Hey guys, welcome back to the Lazy River. Tonight I'm showing you my koi angels. We just recently got 5 koi angels from the South Bay Aquarium, and the plan is to get these guys to grow up together and to breed. And we've got a breeding setup here. I have a bare bottom tank. I've just fed some bloodworms to these guys, and we have a breeding cone, sponge filter, and a heater in the back, which is cranked up to a nice toasty 82 degrees. Now, I got these fish yesterday, or no, not yesterday, about 2 days ago, and they all look pretty well, except for this guy right here in the very back. The top fin is chewed out a little bit, so what I'm doing is just slowly getting them comfortable in their environment and have the temperature raised. We've been dosing some salt just to treat any wounds and anything that's going on with them. I think that they will prosper for the most part. I just still have my thoughts about that one in the back, but I'm not too worried. Now, I did start naming them. This one right here in the very front is Sea Cow. The one coming around the plant is Junior. I call him Junior because he looks almost like Lazy himself. Lazy's doing all right. We've been trimming the plants in here every couple weeks or so, and they look beautiful. Now, check this out. This is a little different. This is Lazy's tank with the Kimbomba green, and we go up here. Kimbomba green still looks good, but it's not growing exactly the same. This tank right here has 2 moss walls, one on the left side, one in the very back. I wanted to get one on this side, but then I wouldn't have any of the moss to sell to you, and it's paleo moss, by the way, Siswasser tang, that I am lining these walls with, as you can see. But yeah, this tank is kind of in a state of disarray. I still need to do a lot of stuff to it. Coming over, we've got our crawfish, Davina, with a bunch of the mosquito fish in there. We just did a water change and fed some baby brine. Over here's the main mutt guppy tank, which I basically choose most of my strains from because there's just so many beautiful guppies in there. And I've got one strain right now that I'll show you that is doing really well. I call it the tangerine strain. The males have a full orange body and the females get some orange in the tail, which is beautiful. And they're doing very well. And that started from the mutt guppy tank. Got the riccia right here, it's going wild. It's 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they all seem to be growing together. Another point of interest that I'd like to share, and I haven't shared in a long time, is the Nanohex number 2, which originally had the dwarf hairgrass in it and the Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is actually looking pretty decent, and it's starting to spread around. Now, we have some floating plants in there just because I want to absorb excess nutrients. As you notice that there's a little bit of green hair algae. I'm not worried. I'm not one of those guys that's going to go nuts over it. But it seems to be doing well. It's just taking its time. No CO2. And then we go over here. Nanohex number 1 with the crystal blue culls. Still doing its thing. Little green hair algae here and there. Yet again, I'm not tripping about it. And we also had some Monte Carlo that's growing and starting to spread. You can see it going in behind the stones here in Lazy's tank. It's looking quite beautiful. Now, I would love to get these guys on track just because I'll be able to throw a few excess plants in there. It gets kind of hard when you're limited on tank space for plants. And we've got these jungle val guys. You can get 3 pieces for $5. They're between 12 to 16 inches long. 3 for $5, not a bad deal if I do say so myself. You can find me on Facebook. I post a lot on there. Not doing shipping anymore, but for right now is just the Facebook. See this little guy down here having some bloodworms. I love to feed frozen foods. Love to feed dry foods as well, like freeze-dried bloodworms. I like to feed freeze-dried brine shrimp, and I love cobalt flakes. The fish just seem to love them. But yeah, guys, just a quick short video. Hope you're all doing good. And I know it's been a long time, but until next time, stay lazy and adios.